Hey everyone, I am your host, Harry. Today, we will talk about 12 major changes that stretch into federal workers, food programs, security, technology, agriculture in 2026. A few of these changes will affect millions of seniors directly, while others reshape how the government operates behind the scenes. And in a moment, I'm going to walk you through the one section buried so deep. But first, let's go through these 12 changes one by one so you understand exactly what's now in place. 1. Reversing federal layoffs. One of the most immediate changes is that every federal layoff issued during the shutdown is reversed. Every reduction in force notice is canceled whether the employee was full-time, part-time, temporary, or permanent. Agencies must bring those workers back, restore their original positions, and issue full back pay for the entire period they were removed, and they must notify everyone within 5 days. For seniors, this matters more than people realize. When federal workers get laid off, Social Security offices slow down, Medicare offices slow down, VA clinics slow down, IRS call centers slow down. Reversing the shutdown layoffs helps rebuild the workforce faster, so seniors don't face even longer delays in getting help, appointments, or answers. 2. States get paid back for SNAP and shutdown costs. During the shutdown, several states used their own money to keep programs like SNAP running because they didn't want families, especially seniors, going without food. The new bill orders the federal government to fully reimburse those states with interest. This protects the stability of food benefits. SNAP is one of the most important programs for older adults, especially those living on fixed incomes. Reimbursing states ensures that during future crises, states won't hesitate to step in to protect seniors from interruptions in food assistance. It helps keep SNAP dependable even during political chaos. 3. Large boost to security funding. The bill also sends a massive wave of new funding towards security across the federal government. U.S. Marshals receive tens of millions to protect federal judges and high officials. The Supreme Court gets new dedicated security funding. Capitol Police receive upgraded budgets for protective services, training, and mutual aid programs. And Congress gains funding for state office safety upgrades and residential protection. This matters because threats toward public officials have sharply increased in recent years. And when officials or their offices are targeted, everyday workers and visitors, including seniors, handling benefits issues are at risk too. Strengthening these security systems helps protect the people who serve the public. 4. New rules on how senators' data is handled. Deep inside the bill is a new, unexpected rule about how investigators handle Senate data. From now on, if a Senate office's electronic communications, like emails or phone data, are accessed during a federal investigation, the provider must follow strict notification requirements. The bill also creates a formal process for senators to challenge improper access. This change wasn't part of the original shutdown plan, and it caught many people in Washington by surprise. It doesn't affect everyday Americans directly, but it changes the balance of privacy, oversight, and transparency inside government, and it may influence how future investigations operate. 5. New restrictions on hemp-derived products. Hemp. The bill tightens rules on hemp-derived cannabinoids like Delta-8, Delta-10, and other THC-like compounds commonly sold in gas stations or smoke shops. Congress argues these products were operating under a gray area of the law. The new restrictions affect both how these products are made and how they can be sold. For seniors, this matters because many older adults use hemp products for discomfort, sleep, or anxiety. Depending on the product, availability may shrink. Some products may need reformulating while others might disappear from shelves entirely. It isn't a full ban, but it's much stricter than before. 6. A major funding boost for WIC. The WIC, the Program for Mothers, Infants, and Young Children, receives more than $600 million in additional funding. This ensures full benefits through 2026. While many seniors don't use WIC personally, millions help care for grandchildren or younger relatives. In a time of rising food costs, this extra support gives families more stability. And for seniors living in multi-generational households, stronger WIC support helps stabilize the entire household budget. 7. Extended funding for key departments. This bill doesn't just provide temporary funding. It gives fuller funding through September 2026 to major areas like agriculture, military construction, and the Department of Veterans Affairs. That means VA clinics get stable funding for another year. Rural development programs continue without interruption. Military housing and construction projects stay on track. Food assistance and farm programs avoid sudden cuts. This kind of stability matters for seniors, veterans, rural communities, and families nationwide. 8. Ban on Chinese surveillance technology. The bill continues restrictions preventing federal agencies from buying surveillance equipment from companies tied to foreign adversaries, including Huawei, ZTE, Hikvision, Dahua, and Hera. These companies have long been linked to national security concerns, especially around data access. This ban affects federal buildings, security camera systems, communication networks, VA and Social Security facilities, federal contractors. It might not feel like a direct change for seniors, but it strengthens the security of the systems and offices they rely on. 9. Congressional pay freeze. For fiscal year 2026, lawmakers will not receive a cost of living adjustment. Congressional salaries are frozen. While this step is mostly symbolic, it's politically important. After a long shutdown that created hardship for millions of workers, freezing congressional pay helps avoid backlash and signals that lawmakers aren't rewarding themselves during a difficult year. 10. Delay of an FDA food traceability rule. The FDA planned to enforce a major food traceability rule to track certain foods more closely from farm to store. Farmers and grocery companies argued it would be expensive and complicated. This bill delays enforcement until 2028. For seniors, this matters because when compliance costs rise, food prices usually go up as well. Delaying this rule helps slow down potential cost increases at supermarkets, something especially important for older adults living on fixed incomes. 11. New coffee labeling rules for Hawaii. The bill includes new protections for Hawaii's coffee industry. Any product labeled as Kona, Maui, Oahu, or Kauai coffee must contain at least 51% beans actually grown in that region. Previously, blends could contain only a small percentage of local beans while still using the name. These new rules protect Hawaiian farmers and ensure consumers get what they're paying for. 12. Agriculture added to national security reviews. The final major change adds the Secretary of Agriculture to national security reviews involving foreign purchases of farmland, agricultural biotech, or food supply companies. This aims to prevent foreign governments, especially China, from gaining control over American farmland or critical parts of our food supply. For seniors in rural communities, this helps protect local farming operations, domestic production, and long-term food security. Why this matters? When you look at all 12 changes together, it's clear this bill is far more than a shutdown fix. It reverses layoffs, stabilizes SNAP and WIC, tightens hemp rules, oversees foreign land purchases, delays expensive regulations, boosts security, and strengthens protections across multiple agencies. For seniors, the biggest impacts will be stable food benefits, better staffed federal offices, and stronger safeguards around products and agriculture. But the bigger story is how much lawmakers included during a moment when the country was focused only on the shutdown ending. So, what do you think? Should Congress be allowed to pack this many extra changes into a shutdown bill, or should major decisions like these be handled separately so everyone has time to understand them? Stay tuned. Goodbye.